What's up, dogs, and welcome to silly TikToks. You know, silly little, goofy little TikToks. I'm off today because I'm tired. I got off work, I went to go hang out, and I went to Spencer's, and now I'm wearing the new shirt that I got from Spencer. And Spencer's inspired me because of their countless merchandise of a specific substance that I can't say. But I was like, wait a minute, what if we just like reacted to some TikToks about it? Tough luck talk, you know? I don't know what's up with me and trials and tribulations and tough luck. What's next? Come on, Mari, keep dishing them out. Like, her brain is braining so hard, bro. Anyway, so thanks to Spencer's, not sponsored, but thanks to the store of Spencer's that I went to today, I have been inspired to make this video. So, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and yap all day. Let's get into it.
You asked, so I'm answering. So here is a story time on how I accidentally got violently high right before I went to work. So I want to put in a disclaimer and kind of tell my backstory on the consumption of this specific thing. I don't want to say too much because I don't know
don't
what
say it,
TikTok
girl.
is going to take down. But I used to be a very regular consumer. I would consume every single day for, I want to say, a little over a year. And then sometime back in like 2021, one time I was indulging and all of a sudden I got an extremely bad panic attack. Like, thought I was gonna die. It was awful. I also do have generalized anxiety disorder as well, so keep that in mind. And panic disorder. So yeah, it was really bad, and after that I really didn't indulge anymore. I did kind of once in a while maybe take one hit or so, but edibles was something I never really touched because you can't really control how much you're consuming, really. So I've kind of always stayed away from edibles even when I was consuming every day. So this happened to me this past summer. I was having some anxiety before work, and I texted my mom and asked her if I could take one of her CBD gummies before work, and she was like, yeah, go ahead, told me where they were at and everything. So I went and I ate one. Everything was normal. I drove to work, and then about 20 minutes into my shift, I was like, why am I so hungry? Why do I feel this way? Why are my arms and legs starting to go numb? And then I had remembered that my mom was given some THC gummies by my brother. Also, by the way, I am in a state where edibles are legal, so I just want to preface that as well.
Okay,
and
girl.
I was like, oh no, what if I accidentally took one of those? Because when I ate it, I noticed, I was like, this tastes different too. Like, it tasted like an edible, you know what I mean? And so I ran in the bathroom.
The taste of edibles is so nasty, bro. I couldn't even let her keep talking because I had to put my 2 cents in. Edibles are gross. They're so nasty, bro. They look good, they smell delicious. Sometimes it depends on who makes them, but I've never had an edible that has been bussin'. No, every single time it's been mid. It's been musty. That musty taste, it's like you're just straight up mixing sugar and armpit. But like, you know, the after effects can be delicious.
Called my mom and I was like, do you have them in the same baggie? Because they're in a baggie labeled like CBD gummies, that we get a lot of CBD products from this website called Appalachian Standard. But the THC gummies she had put in the same baggie, so they were mixed up. Given the CBD ones look like gummy bears and the THC ones were like squares, but I wasn't looking, I was in a rush to leave for work. So I texted my brother and he said, you're gonna be violently high, so I suggest you leave. So I called my boyfriend, he came to pick me up, I went home, took a nap, and I did go back to work that night. And I was still a little bit groggy, but yeah, that's the story.
Girl, she just set you up, bro. If she mixed both of them, she set you up, girl. I don't know what else to tell you. She was just like, hey, she wouldn't know the difference. Let me just toss both of them in the same bag and hope everything is okay. No. I can't tussle with anything more than 1 or 2 puffs. Cheeto puffs. Okay? I can only take 2 Cheeto puffs at a time, because if I go over that, it's the end of the world. Why do we exist? What's happening? How did I get here? You're telling me we're all here? Like, why are we here? What is that? Okay. Anything more than 2 puffs, my friends laugh at me because they really thought I was joking when I said I can't do more than 2. I will freak the fuck out. I am not having a good time after 2 puffs. In fact, I'm surprised by people that get like super duper Cheeto puffs out. How? You had 40 puffs? 40 Cheeto puffs? Are your teeth not hurting? Ouchies. Nah, that sounds traumatic, actually. It's to go to work and you just zootin' and bootin'.
Since y'all like my first time in story times, I'm gonna tell y'all the first time I ever fucking dropped a tap. Cause bitch, it was a motherfucking night.
Drop the what?
So my friend fucking hit me up, alright? We're like, I wanna say 15, 16. And she just randomly messages me and she...
Drop the... What are we dropping? What did she say? Drop the tack? A tack of what? A tic tac? We do love tic tacs. A thumbtack? What tax? Taxes?
She's just like, girl, let's hang out tonight and let's do some, some LSD. And I'm like, I don't know why I didn't even fucking think twice of it. I was like, okay, bet, I'm down, bitch. All right. I didn't even think like what the consequence could be. I didn't think anything. I was like, you know what, bitch, pull up, let's do this shit. She's just like, okay, you have to, I can't remember the price. It was like maybe like $30 or $40. Maybe.
Damn, I want to bite. Girl, share, please. The way she bit into that burger got me hungry as fuck. Girl, share. You got something for the class? The dogs is hungry.
Cheaper. I don't remember. But as soon as she told me we was gonna do this shit, bitch, of course I brought out my motherfucking computer.
Nah, that shit actually looks good as fuck. Damn, like, is that turkey? Girl, give me some.
Because I'm gonna search how to not have a bad trip. And that's exactly what I did. And it said to be around people that you trust, this, make sure your mind is open. Bitch, I was sitting there motherfucking meditating because I was not about to have a bad trip.
Real.
I was scared because, bitch, I trip off weed. I was terrified. But
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. No. No. I could barely handle the baby stuff. Why would I want to? Look, man, ibuprofen knocks me out dead. Nah, bro.
I was not about to look like no motherfucking pussy. I was doing that shit. So obviously I got myself prepared. I got my, zenned out. I was making sure that my best friend was available that night because I knew that I needed her because she was my comfort. Okay, her name was Gloria.
Okay.
And so
Gloria,
we pick it up. We dropped the fucking tabs, and I don't know how or what. We end up picking my best friend Gloria, and we drive all the way to Albert Lee. And I'm not feeling it. It's about like, it's already been an hour, and we're driving. I think we're driving.
The under the nail food be so good. Wait, y'all, hold on. The under the nail, when you eat is something so good, and then your nails like catches a little bit of the food. Like it's not fun, right? No one wants to have fucking food under your nails. But like when you dip your little tongue, and then you and you taste it, you kind of lick out underneath. It's only with false nails. I don't know about people with long regular nails, but with false nails, the long ones, some inch on it, delicious.
Driving to a park or something, and bitch, my friend is fucking moving her leg, Gloria. She's moving her leg and she's looking at me, and I didn't know I was tripping at this point. I didn't know what tripping was. I didn't know what the fuck I was supposed to do. But she's looking at me, and bitch, tell me why this bitch looked evil as fuck. She was scaring me, and I was trying not to say anything. I'm like, bitch, you're about to trip out. Like, this is just, it's the tabs talking, bitch. It's not you, Ashley. It's not your friend. She's not evil. And she kept like shaking her leg and looking at me. And so I had them stop the fucking car because she was scaring the fuck out of me. And I kept asking her to stop shaking her leg, but I couldn't tell if she was still doing it on purpose or if she wasn't, because she was like, I'm not shaking anymore. And I'm like, you're still fucking doing it. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but she was tripping me the fuck out. So I got out of the car and I told him to call my mom. I was like, please call my mom. I need it right here. I need them to pump these drugs out of me right fucking now. Because, bitch, I felt like I was gonna die. Bitch, I'm the worst person to do shit with because I'm a fucking trip. Like, I think I was tripping my friend out. She was just like, no, let's not call moms. Let's not get moms involved. You're okay. They're like, breathe in, breathe out. And then my friend got out of the car. She didn't want to get out because she knew she was tripping me out. And she calmed me down. She was just like, look, I'm not gonna move. I'm not gonna do anything. So when we sat in the car, she was like this the whole time. She didn't look at me. She stayed still until we got to the park.
You're uninvited. I'm so sorry, but let's be real here. You cannot come. You can't come. If we are going to do any session, anything new, you can't come. And that is okay. We have our friends that we do normal shit with. We have our other friends we do our drinking shit with, just light shit. Okay? Then we have our friends where we do it all. You are not that. It was her first time, bro. Let me stop fighting with her. I'm playing. But I'm only really attacking you on this one because you're me. We are the same. Miss Girl, when I say I cannot hang. Don't take me to do anything other than what I'm used to. 2 puffs. Done. Nothing else. If I'm doing anything above that, we're calling ambulances. We're calling the police. We are calling it all. No, I am not one of those friends. You are not one of those friends. We can stay in the light shit zone. Light shit zone.
And then when we get to the park, that's when I realized that I actually, I was in it. I
want to say another thing too. Sorry that I just paused on y'all like that again. But is that not spooky? Here's my thing. If my paranoia is going ham, and instead of the paranoia being like, oh, do they know that you're high? Or, oh, and how you gonna get home? Who are you Ubering when you get home? All of those other, the ones that everybody gets. If I'm getting a paranormal against my friends, if I'm getting a paranoia against my friends while I am high, are you my friend? Or is that really a reality that's manifesting out of you? You know what I'm saying? Is that the true you? Leg shaking, evil face. Huh? Watch your friends. Watch them.
Doing the thing. I was really tripping the fuck out. Because it started raining. And I go by the lake and I see the drops. They stop right before the water. And then I see the water
twinkle, twinkle,
trickling and stuff like that. And I'm asking my friend, I'm like, do you see that? I felt like fucking waterbender, bitch. I felt so fucking cool. I was like, did you see that? And she's like, what? I'm like, I'm doing that with my head. And
I like her. I like her so much. I like her. Yeah, bro, you was just panicking 2 seconds ago, and now you're a waterbender. Real shit. She's real.
And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, you don't see the water just standing right in
What the fart?
front? And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, the water droplets are staying right on top of the fucking water, bitch. You don't see that. And obviously she didn't see what I saw, but me and her were fucking laughing so hard. Then it started getting good. Just that one moment I was starting to get really scared in the car.
Excuse me, y'all.
when I started feeling it. But the rest of the night was so fucking good that we ended up going back to my friend Gloria's house. Her sister came in the room. Her hair looked like a lion. Like, I remember looking in the fucking mirror and my eyes were like getting blood in them. I was scared. But then I stopped looking in the mirror because I was not about to have a bad trip. So I went back upstairs with Gloria, and me and her were fucking laughing the whole fucking night. Everything was morphing. Like, I swear, things were looking like squiggles. The walls were fucking dancing with me, bitch. I was tripping the fuck out. And then at one point, we ended up going to another friend's house. I don't know how the fuck she convinced me. I don't know how the fuck she convinced me to go anywhere without Gloria. But we went to another friend's house. And while we're driving, bitch, little frogs. It's really dark, okay? I swear I thought we were getting lost because the road, we got tunnel vision. Like, she got it too, I got it bad. Everything was like, and it was going far. It was going, bitch. And then while we're driving, a bunch of fucking frogs come out to the freaking road. I was tripping the fuck out. Like, she wasn't seeing what I was seeing. I was like, bitch, you don't see all those fucking frogs? Like, it was like hundreds of frogs coming on the road. And I was like, bitch, you're gonna hit them. But she wasn't hitting them. I was tripping the fuck out. But, dude, that was fun. It was so fucking fun. Like, at some point, I just had to lay in the, like, it was so early in the morning already. It was like 6, and I had work at 10. And I was still fucking tripping out. Like, I don't know why I thought that I was gonna be okay by work, but I wasn't. Like, even when I went to work, I was still kind of, like, tripping a little bit, but I did go to sleep for an hour. Yeah, I don't know.
Girl, slay, we love a queen that can turn a night around. Actually, you can't come. I said you couldn't come, but I lied. You could come because you able to turn the whole night blah blah blah. You able to turn the whole night around? Yeah, girl, yeah. You better slay. Man, like I said, I can't hang though, for real, because I can't turn the night around. You have a skill. Although frogs do sound like a lovable atmosphere to be in. Actually, I feel like my high would go by really well with some frogs involved. I love frogs. But yeah, girl, get it. Next one.
This is about a story about the time that my sober homeboy almost got us all fucked over, even though he was the only sober one. So let's get right into this. So essentially, this was my first time ever smoking, and so we all snuck out and we went out to this fucking golf course outside my friend's house. And so me and my homeboy fucking smoked, but then our other friend for some reason is just like, nah, I'm not smoking. So we're like, whatever, right? Doesn't matter. So we're on the golf course, smoke, whatever. Not too important what happens on there, just crazy events. We fucking walk back to his house afterwards, right? And so we had to sneak back into his house. This man had weird fucking windows though, right? They didn't just slide on open. You had to fucking crank that shit open like your fucking grandpa's truck that has no AC in it. So we fucking, those windows open up like this. Like super fucking weird. Hard to sneak back into, sneak out of, whatever. I did it a million times. I was an expert. So we get back to my friend's house. He fucking pops up into his room first, no problem. I go to fucking step on this garden hose to fucking like reach up to the window, and my friend grabs me, talk about some fucking like main character High School Musical event, like, stop! You're too high for this. Let me go first. So I'm like, okay, go. Get in the house then, like it doesn't matter.
Hurry up.
So this man fucking goes to climb up the window. Dead sober. He climbs up through this window and he fucking takes down the curtain and the curtain rod, lands on the bed, falls off the bed into the dresser between the wall, knocking the fucking dresser to the floor, causing all this noise at like 3 a.m. And I fucking hear all this happen. And I like blink and they fucking already closed the window, locking me out. So I'm like, this is amazing. This is phenomenal. I'm just stuck outside and you guys are about to get caught. We're all fucked. And so I was just walking around the house, high as hell, not knowing what to do. Every door was locked, every window was closed. To this day, I don't know how I managed to do this, but I broke into this man's house. I must have fucking like went through the chimney or some shit thinking I'm Santa Claus. I don't know how the fuck I snuck up in this house. All I know is I got up in there, start tiptoeing down the hallway feeling like I'm Pink Panther or some shit. Get to the door, I just fucking open that shit. And I immediately see both of my friends fake fucking fall asleep. And I'm like, y'all would have been caught no matter what. Apparently, they were fucking searching outside for me and had no clue where I went. And I opened up that fucking door and they're like, how the fuck did you get inside? And I'm like, man, I don't even fucking know. But is your mom awake? And somehow the mom did not wake up from all of this ruckus. No clue out of this fucking day. But that man was dead sober and made more mistakes than anybody I have seen. Like, I don't even understand. This shit was like a fucking scene out of Family Guy, like some Peter Griffin falling down the stairs type of shit without much. This is the most dramatic shit I've ever heard for absolutely no reason at all. Made no sense.
Bro, that was actually a good story. I'm mad with you, buddy. That would have pissed me the fuck off, bro. Cause like, bro, how you talk about some, bro, I'm the only sober one. Let me lead the way. Bitch. Get your ass back, bro. Huh? Oh, okay. So my high story, one of my high story, it is my favorite high story of all time. Of all the high stories I've ever gone through, this one's my favorite. I took my bestie to New York for his birthday. Happy birthday, bestie. Bestie Travis. Y'all know Travis. Travis is on the channel, bro. But I took him to New York for his birthday, and on the second to last day, we went and got weed. Now, mind you, I am not a professional nothing. Once again, two and done for this one. But Travis, none. 0. Zilch. Over with. So, and it had just got legalized in New York. It was what, 2021? The pandemic had just ended. It was like the perfect timing for everything. The pandemic had just about got released, kinda, not quite. So New York was practically empty, bro. Like, there were still a lot of people in New York, don't get me wrong, but it was so empty that we was able to do everything. Okay, back on track to the actual main story. ADHD Mari. Go, where'd she go? Come back, bitch. But I bought him some weed from the little vendor truck. It was a little cute little nerd stick. I don't know how much weed was in it. It was $50 fucking. High for a one piece of candy, sure, but I mean, hey, whatever. I bought it. It was his birthday gift, and we went back to the room, and my dumb ass, not knowing too much about edibles because I'm a smoke girl, puff puff pass, we split the edible in half, and I gave him one half and I gave myself the other half. I don't know why I did this. This was a mistake, but it also wasn't. But the first thing I remember happening, because somehow the truth is my memory got all fucked up in the order of events of how things happen, completely got discombobulated. If you ask Travis, he knows the full story chronologically. I know what he told me chronologically, but I didn't know the full story. Come back. I split it in half. I'm sitting there and we turn on the TV, and I remember looking at Travis. He had a big bag of fucking chips that he had bought from one of the little corner stores, and he was going to town on those chips. And I remember being so tickled by the fact that he was going to town on those chips, that I just kind of like morphed out of existence for a little while. Like my consciousness, boo, gone. I remember seeing swirls, and then the room was moving. Mind you, this is just weed. Let me reiterate, in this story, this is just weed that we're talking about. So the way this story goes is not okay. But Travis is eating chips. I'm morphing out of existence, and when I come back to, I'm looking at Travis, and he's asking me, "Why are you staring at me?" I don't fucking know, bro. I'm zonked out okay, cool. All right, so we move on from that. Travis goes to his bed, I go to my bed, and we turn on some fucking TV. We're watching TV, and as we're watching TV, I remember asking Travis, "Are we watching something in English?" And he says, "No." And then we sit there and we literally hear Simlish on the TV, something that is not English. And we're like, how did we get to this channel? It is like the 1800s, and they're wearing fucking, I don't know, like guards and a sword and really leathery boots or some shit like that. They're kicking it, but they are not speaking English. I was sure they wasn't speaking English. But Travis, eventually he says, I think they are speaking English. And I was like, what? And then I heard it in English. Like now all of a sudden the accent dropped off and it's English. And I was like, okay, that's weird. And then maybe a couple minutes later, we see the world fucking explode on the TV, bruh. So it's a news article, or not a news, it's a news outlet. It's the news on the TV. The man is sitting there, he's talking, and then there's a literal video footage of the earth on the TV. And as if it was from the satellite. And I think the man says, "Good night, America," or like, "Adios," something. He literally signs us off, and we watch the world explode on the TV. Me and Travis both saw the same thing. So we're like, okay, that happened. But then it's what happens after. After the world exploded on the TV went blue, and it was blue like actual TV blue, where you had to change the channel to get to the next channel, you know? You had to actually change the channel. So we changed the channel, the TV's fine, but also, okay, after the world exploded on the TV, I looked over and I asked Travis, "Do you have the remote?" And he says, "No, you have the remote." And I'm looking around, clearly don't have the remote anywhere near my person. So then, weirdly enough, after that happened, the fucking alarm in the hotel room went off. So the fucking fire alarm is going off. And not only is the fire alarm going off, outside of my window is police officers and fucking, what are they called? Firefighters. I had to look at my finger to remember. Firefighters. And Travis and we are both looking at each other like, what the fuck is going on, bro? So Travis, he goes outside of the room and he sees a lady in a shower gown, and she's wet, but she also kind of looks like not of this world for some reason. Why is Travis fucking opening the door to the hotel room while we're high as shit? I don't fucking know. Where was he going? What was he looking for? I remember telling Travis, bro, if you don't get your ass back in here. And of course he came back in. But after that, I start tripping again. I'm tripping. So I see stars out my window. I want y'all to actually get a picture of what we saw for real. The way where our hotel was, it was basically smack dab in the middle of Times Square, but not quite. It was in one of those little like corner sides. So it's like right there off of Hell's Kitchen. There we go. It's right by Hell's Kitchen, but we can see the reflection of the M&M factory characters in the big screens on the window in front of our hotel room. So what I should be able to see, of course, is the M&M guy. Instead, I'm seeing pitch black. The window was huge, by the way. It was a full room window, so you could see everything. Pitch black and stars. I'm seeing stars. The world fucking exploded and I'm seeing stars. And you know what? Me and Travis woke up the next morning because we had a flight to catch, and we were convinced. Actually, roll it back. I'm always ahead of myself. So me and Travis wake up the next morning and we say nothing. We don't talk about it. We're rushing actually because we got a flight to catch and we're going home. So we go home, right? We go home, and a week later, we get on a group call with all of our friends again, and we start discussing what happened that night during the flight. Okay? It was the same exact story. So that means the TV, the world did explode. Travis told me the story first. I already knew the story in my head, even though I was discombobulated about it. Travis was the one that told his perspective first. He told every little ounce of the story I had in my head of what happened that night. And then some. There was more to the story. And I was like, so that actually happened? And he was like, what? And I said, Travis, that same exact story that you had during your trip is the same one I had experienced. The news anchor, the world exploding. I saw stars. He didn't see the stars. It was me. Him going outside to go speak to the lady. The alarms going off. This all happened around the same time. It just was like, huh? The firefighters, the police. Good times.
Oh,